May 25th, 2024, Charnel Ground presents CRUDE TRANSMISSIONS III, Festival of Noise and Heavy Electronics. Holland's annual noise gathering returns to Resistor in Leiden, Netherlands for its third edition, featuring Ural, Fleshlicker, Jonathan Bergen, Knifed Out Existence, V Minen, Svartfit, Castrata, Dystopian Control, Awenid, Birthed, Sumnia, and just confirmed Psych Ward. This year's edition will also feature the live debut of Snake Oil Merchants, Harsh Noise Catharsis by Vincent Dallas, Hesseling, and Sisto Rossi. More to be announced soon. Get your tickets now at resistor.nl and follow Charnel Ground on social media for more announcements and additional information. This is White Centipede Noise Podcast. My name is Oscar Brummel, and today my guest is Dries Bernard of Vincent Dallas, a Belgian harsh noise artist known for his high-energy, ecstatic performances, releases on labels such as Narcolepsia, Satatuata, and White Centipede Noise, as well as a long-time gig organizer in his city Kortrijk. I visited him at his home where we conducted this interview. Cool. All right, Dries. Well, thanks for having me over. This is cool that I was able to come to Kortrijk. For the third time, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been here for one of the festivals you put on a couple of years ago, and did I know you at that time? No, I didn't know you at that time.
No, we don't got any contact or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know you at the time, right?
No.
I came with Sisto, or I didn't come with Sisto, but Sisto was there.
Yes, Sisto was there, yeah.
Mariella played.
Yes, correct.
And of course, I came for just the awesome lineup that you had going. And yeah, you're right. We didn't know each other that time. We met then later.
I think I read
contacted me somewhere.
I contacted you because I think of the interview and special interest. At the end, you said harsh heads, or I don't know, or harsh noise lovers, contact me if you want.
Yes.
So I contact you.
That's right.
And we start writing to each other, and then I noticed you got a very good and very nice mail order,
right?
Distro label, and then so it begins to starting. I think.
Yeah,
with that.
Exactly. Yeah, and we were we still are pen pals, and then we met because then you invited me to play
at the pits here a little bit farther. Yeah, that's true. Also, but I think with Sisto.
Sisto also played
on the lineup. Tourette.
Yep.
Tourette played.
And Ural.
And I played.
You played.
I played too in the beginning. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. As Autopsy Mayhem then.
Right. Which is a cool name, and that's when I knew you were the truth, because I saw I saw some Autopsy Mayhem stuff online, and then when I saw you play open, I think it came in like as you had started already, and it was just like super electric, harsh as fuck, electronic. Shit, just ripping out the pits. I mean, that pits is a small punk bar.
Yeah, that's true.
And you were killing it in there, and I was like, okay, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's evolved over time, I guess. Then eventually Vincent Dallas emerged. Then tell me about your history and journey, so to speak, in noise.
Yeah, I think it started, of course, with the usual punk and grind related stuff, and then I get to know Mark from True Deep. He was the first to. He said I have to play a show. I said, oh, by myself for a befriend painter. He got an expo going on at the house, the whole house. He was able to paint the whole house and what he want, because the guy of that house loved his artwork. So he said, you can do whatever you want. So that guy, Mathieu Rons is his name, he put on some friends. And Mark Trudeep was there too to play. I got invited. He was sitting behind an amp with distortion pedals, contact mics, very crude and very rough, very loud. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? What's the purpose? Or nobody tells me about that, or that exists.
Yeah.
That kind of approach to sound or music or to perform. So with him, I started I bought my first contact mic, made my first recording in his kitchen, Um, Very, very basic, not aware of the whole world behind that kind of stuff. And we continue like that for the whole, during the years. And I got
What year was that roughly? Like what era?
2009, 10, something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
And before that, I got to know from older friends of mine who like Happy Flowers, the band who like with the great song "Mom, I Gave the Cat Some Acid," and they yelling it the whole time, and there's the constantly "Mom, I gave the cat some acid" the whole time, very rude. And I think the bass amp is next to the drummer, and he pushing it with his feet all the time, so it's noisy.
Yeah.
And bands like Flipper playing the same riff all over,
Yeah.
and the Amphetamine Reptile kind of stuff, the Cows and God Bullies, and the whole that scene also got inspired me because it was weird and strange, and together with the first steps into the noise with True Deep, I followed that path and tried to find my way into it with gaps during the years, because there was nobody around to say to me, hey, you have to listen to Mauthausen Orchestra or something like
Yeah.
that, or to the Broken Flag thing. Nobody.
Right.
So yeah, and then we made the first recordings as Kinfriendelijk. I was alone then.
Kinfriendelijk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first thing I did in the kitchen, Mark.
And what does that mean? Is that
It means child friendly.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can see it sometimes on toys or on the movies. It's child friendly. So we picked that up, and then Free starts. We're doing it together. Oh no, it was not. It was Kinfriendelijk, yeah, alone, and then during years later was to get a duo with Free.
with Frey?
With Free, yeah. Because Free then starting listening to like the No Fun record stuff, like Emeralds and the whole that scene with the droney scene.
Yeah.
He was and still is into that kind of stuff. So he was aware of the No Fun Fest in Stockholm, and he was aware of that, and he said, "Do you want to join?"
There was a No Fun Fest in Stockholm?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, with a lot of Americans.
Really? I didn't know that.
Like Prurians, Hair Police, Sewer Election, Sons of God, it was not Dead Machines, I think.
Cool.
So that was also my Testicle Hazard. That was also my first introduction into the diversity of sound and experimental music. That was a very big eye-opener.
Cool.
Because I was looking at Testicle Hazard and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was the sound I tried to achieve because before that, but that was the first time I heard something. I was like, that's the sound, and that's the spirit, and that's the energy I tried to find in experimental music and in noise, the frustration and the anger and the harshness. So that was a big eye opener, and also because it was diverse. Like during the sets, there was a guy from the Skull Defects, the group, who was playing reggae songs and traditional Swedish music.
Yeah.
So it was the whole festival was a big eye opener for that kind of stuff. That was also like the jump into the Noise Fest, because we want to do that too. So we did 2 years later. We organized the first Noise Fest.
Yeah.
With the No Fun Fest in mind, the diversity. We said we can do that too also, and we're gonna bring together all that kind of weird and strange guys together and let them perform. So that was the beginning of my journey, of my. But still, there was nobody around to show me, like a big muff pedal or like how to make a good contact mic or like the record labels at that time, or nobody. I was alone.
Sure.
And then my friends, and still my good friends of mine, they still got something like whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't get it. They don't care.
Right.
And
You're around here, you mean, like your
yeah,
friends?
like here in Kortrijk, like it was just like Mark and Frey and all the other were like, what the fuck? It's just noise, just like a pedal, and you just said it loud.
Yeah.
But that was not something like that. That was not. So yeah, and then there was like the Harsh Noise Wall forum, I think I got on.
Yeah.
I buy tapes from fake tapes from Sam back in the days from MySpace.
Yeah.
Also, I got the Ear Hate
Yeah.
Your project.
Right.
Uh,
I had a split with ear hate. Yeah.
yeah. So I got the two that's upstairs. So, but still, it's very, very minimal, and still not. I was still not diving into the whole wide world of it. But then I set up a show for um, the RIDA, oscillating innards and Unix Amin for like 8 people entrance.
Yeah.
But that was also like a very good eye opener.
I'm
The
sure that's
3
an amazing
different.
show.
Yeah. It was. They were all 3 were different, but all harsh and crude and on it
Yeah.
and honest.
Yeah.
Not that was really good. And then I get to know more and more about it. I got the chance to play some shows. I record some stuff also, but never got what I wanted, or because I didn't know how to record, didn't know how to dub it. I even started like a little record label, tape label called Geluidsoverlast. The Dutch name is like that you get bothered from the noise from the neighbors, Geluidsoverlast. But yeah, I taped some like I did a Werewolf Jerusalem tape, but it was all shitty dubbed, very minimal, very shitty, because I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know shits about it.
Yeah.
So after that, the years go by, still buying stuff from time to time if I found. Then I got to know you, and then that was a very big open. The gate was open then, because there got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff, different kind of stuff. So I bought a lot because I was like, okay, finally,
Yeah.
finally I made it. So I bought a lot of stuff. Before I bought also like stuff, but not not a lot of really noise tapes or harsh noise tapes. It was more like experimental stuff, or like the Ultra Zema record label from Belgium, or the CRUDE label. That's like more experimental, avant-garde, more academic kind of noise, but not the filth and the harshness.
Yeah.
And I still miss that in Belgium. It's still not.
Yeah. It's still not there so much, no?
No.
You're like the only one.
I think I'm the only one. I live in
harsh noise in Belgium.
Yeah, harsh noise. There's nobody else who's doing that.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because we got the history and like I said, and the academic kind of avant-garde art, experimental kind of music, like like tape looping and stuff like that. It's still going on, and we got very good projects going on and good labels.
Yeah.
And there's a new kid in Antwerp now who's doing stuff, but not the CRUDE and not the even not. I don't know why. Because it's too loud, or just because it's too basic, or it's too, I don't know.
Doesn't speak. Maybe things.
Yeah.
Doesn't speak to the Belgian
mind, or the Belgian. No, that's, or it's too violence, or it's too, or then they say it's too punk anyway, or it's just too I don't know.
Too antisocial or something.
Or antisocial maybe, yeah. So.
You talk a lot about honesty. When you talk about this stuff, why is that important to you, and what does that mean?
It means that it starts with everything I think you do. If you start with an honest line, or then you can go for it 300%. That you don't look what's going on, that you're doing it yourself, for yourself. I think that's important also as honestly towards friends, or towards yourself, towards in your relationship, towards. I think that's a very big plus, and very you can achieve a lot if you're honest and down to earth and just doing your thing. Yeah. That's maybe what I try to tell with the honesty, that you just follow your own path and then doing your own thing, despite whatever, doing it, start doing it. I think you can see and hear it also in a project, or a band, or a painter, or an art. You can see, I think you can see that, okay, that guy he's doing it because he needed it, because he's wanted, and because he loves it. Yeah. And not because he's like, oh, yeah, I can do that too. I can do that. I gonna check out on the internet. Okay, they talk about that pedal and that pedal. Okay, and I once booked a show for a guy, and I recognized his pedals, and I said, okay, there's very nice pedals, but it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was good sound. It sounded good, but it was nothing. It was not pure, not honest, not. It was like, okay. That's why I always said it. It doesn't matter how big the price is for your gear. I don't have the knowledge about gear. I'm not that gear minded because I don't have the knowledge for it, I think. But it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like in Oulu, there was a young project, a guy with a plastic bag from IKEA over his head, contact mics, a light, and that was it. And he made one of the best shows from the weekend. And then suddenly he grabbed a chair and he pushing his chair back and forth on the ground. Just with that, makes such a noise and such a creepy atmosphere. So you can achieve a lot with pureness and the love.
So what is your process with Vincent Dallas? I mean, obviously very honest, but what then goes into it technically? How do you record Vincent Dallas work, and how has that evolved over time? Has that changed?
It changed over time, yeah. Because the things I did with Kinfilik or with Topsy Mayhem, I put some tapes out yesterday to listen to that, and it sounded all shitty because it was just shitty recordings, shitty, I don't know. And with the first tape of Vincent Dallas, I recorded. I said, okay, I'm gonna record it properly. I'm gonna make time for it and check out what's possible. So I just plug. I record not on tape. It's on the PC. I record it, but I put my mixer hole in the red, everything up, and I push the pedals I got. I push them. I let them work hard. I push them till they fucking get it, you know.
Yeah.
And then my mixer also. I'm on my knobs. I record like that, live, one take. That's it. No editing, nothing. It's all live. It's all in one take. If I don't like it, I put it in a file and I start again, or I change my 4 pedals, or so that was the beginning of pedals, and then I start using tapes. I recorded in the back sounds with broken glass or with metal.
Right, in the shed that you showed me.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Or here in the kitchen, with forks, spoons. I let them in the sink, ting ting. I record that for 10 minutes and then use that as the basic source for the track, and then I work on it also live. And I read a lot. I buy fanzines and magazines as I want to buy it, because that's how I started to buy magazines. I listen and read the reviews and the live stuff, and because of the magazines and listen to people, I said, okay, I can use a tape as a source.
Yeah.
Something very, very normal. I think a lot of people say, oh, of course, guy. But yeah, nobody tells me what you can do, or nobody shows me.
Yeah.
So it was a very slow process. Still learning. And now the last thing I recorded 2 or 3 tracks, and I put them together as one. A little bit editing, but yeah, I try to do it live in one take. But I enjoy it also, like putting it together, playing a little bit with the left and the right, that you can hear this thing for the track more here in the left, and that you can.
Yeah.
So I enjoy to put it together, all the sounds. The last year, I think I'm start doing that. Also very normal. I think they do it also in the 70s and the 80s, but I found it on my own, and I'm doing it on my own. I enjoy it. I record a lot, and it's a slow process for.
But it's also gotten better. I mean, the product has gotten continuously better over the past, couple of years that it's been around, for sure.
Oh, yeah, thanks for that. Maybe that's because of my process is different, and maybe I got to know more about how to record properly, or how to make it more fuller or use it more different kind of stuff. So I enjoy it also. Like, but I still got not. I still use the same pedals. I think from years and years ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are there concepts or ideas behind Vincent Dallas, or is there something you want to say with Vincent Dallas that you can identify?
Yeah, I try to put all my interest into Vincent Dallas. Like that's why I stopped at Autopsy Mayhem, and I made a tape once. How is it called again? A Corpse Full of Maggots. In 2012, was it? I just found it again. The master said, "Oh, 2012," and that was very. Somebody make a reference to the magazine from the Rita because it sounded like that. So, and then Autopsy Mayhem was more like harsh and 4
Wild.
minutes of madness.
Yeah.
But I want to put it all together. All my interest, also like in the art movement. I love the absurd, weird fluxus kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Absurd humor. I like that. I like art and the action painting stuff. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start something from zero, and that's then Vincent Dallas. So it's my love for the harsh and the crude sounds and the absurd and the crazy weirdness of humanity.
Yeah.
I think, of people, because you can, like I told you from Jonathan Mies doing 3 hours the same performance. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or like the New Blockaders smashing a piano into pieces, or the destruction art movement. Yeah, all that kind of stuff, or all those art people were with like Jean Tongelier, the guy from Switzerland, who's making a very big, like industrial kind of things with no purpose, but they are rolling and they're making sound, and it is big and there's a lot, but no purpose. That kind of stuff I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
Then he was in the 70s, he was in Amsterdam, and then he blew rockets in the street, like just like that.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff because it's weird and it's strange, and people are not always into it because it's like, oh, why? But sometimes there's no why. Sometimes you have to do it and enjoy it. So everything together, it's Vincent Dallas, I think. Also with the covers, I don't want to go for the black and white, misanthropic, anti-social thing. I want to colorful or strange or happy or yeah.
The one on White Centipede Noise, Phantom Clunk,
Yeah.
that was a picture by one of your kids, wasn't it? Or no?
No, that was a picture from kids from the USSR, Siberia, and back in, I think, the 50s.
Right.
Yeah. Child dronings from back in the 50s, from in the old cold areas from the Russian Federation.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I used and there were also like a little bit, all the drawings were like disabled drawings.
Yeah.
Very strange ones.
Yeah.
So I like that.
What about the slogan, support global noise terrorism?
I got it from I saw it a long time ago on the Power Violence or a fastcore band flyer, I think, somewhere. I pick it up and I use it because it's we have to support, and we have to support each other and the conquest and the traveling for noise and sound, and everybody who's doing it with a good purpose and with a good honest view on it needs support, and we have to conquer the world with our rich archive of sound, and that's, and also like I like that kind of slogans, like support global noise, like it is what it is like buff.
Yeah, it's like a clear absolute statement, but through its absoluteness, it becomes
kind
of like abstract or absurd.
Yes, I can find me in that way of thinking. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes it is what it is, and then sometimes so it's like bam in your face. We have to support it,
Yeah.
and we have to make sure that everybody can enjoy the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does support mean to you? Because support can mean, okay, buying something or giving it money, but I feel like support means somehow more than that, or can mean other things. What does support in the underground mean to you?
To me, it means like reaching out a hand to a helping hand, or like for people if it's possible, like a touring, or to be like a positive criticism. You know, not want to be the first in line on the forefront, but together on the forefront, having respect for each other, and then all the and different kind of segments of the noise community. Understand that somebody is well into that kind of power electronics vibe, or label, or into that kind of house noise or whatever. But it starts with respect, and then with respect you can help each other out, and you can help each other out for touring, or for asking about gear, whatever. But it can be a lot. But it's sharing and caring, and in a way, if you want to call it like that. And I try to do that for touring acts. I did that on the regular base, but now it's I have to it depends on time, and it's possible. But the last thing I did was the Paris Centers and GHK.
Yeah.
I helped them out here. It was also possible with work and with the family stuff. But it means helping out on tour, helping out with distribute stuff. Helping out, just saying to another guy, hey, you have to check out that project, that kind of stuff. Very basic stuff, but it can do a lot, I think.
Yeah. So like, what I'm understanding is that there should be a certain honesty and kind of self-orientatedness when it comes to creating the art, but also a kind of selflessness when it comes to the scene or the community, or
that's true.
That you should be seeing people on eye level and helping them out and supporting them in whatever way you can.
Yeah, wherever you can. Yeah. And I think I'm that's a big one, and that's why you got to know each other also better, and you got some good relationship out of it. Out of the support and the helping each other out.
The friendships, I think, that are made through this, even if they're just via writing, are really important and really powerful. I mean, tell me about the importance of that for you. I know that you've been in touch with a lot of people. We were in touch in that way, and you've been in touch with certain other people. And I feel like in the last couple years, there've been quite a few. Well, you've been organizing gigs forever. You've had a lot of people, probably a chance to meet a lot of people that you've maybe been in touch with before. They're coming over here, and you're able to set up a show for them or meet them, or you've gone on tour and did stuff. You're also planning some shows coming up soon.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can maybe be careful and quiet about that.
Yes. I talked with that with the Dutch chapter about it, with Jim, and we have to calm down about it.
Have to be quiet about it for now, but there'll be chance for people to meet Dries, I think.
Yes.
See Vincent Dallas play pretty soon.
Yes, that's true.
If you're not on this continent.
Yes, but there's already people who send mails to me asking about the plans, and so I think the word is a little bit out. So that's good. Which is nice that they are enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
But like you said, I set up shows. We did a noise fest thing for some years, so we got to know some people. And but also I think it's with everybody you have to put some effort sometimes and write back, or you have to have to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you write back or see each other just in 2 years, or But the thing is that you always have a good connection,
right?
Even if it's like 1 year ago, or 3 months later that you write back or whatever. But I feel always that there still is the connection and the friendship. And I got some good friends during the years. Like like I get to know Jim because I went to the show from Ural in Leiden,
Yeah.
and he started talking, and so we got to know each other, and he's a good friend now, and then we do a lot of stuff together. Sisto the same. Like Manuel from La Corruption, I never met him, but we got a good connection in writing, and send each other stuff and back and forth.
Yeah.
Also with the Finnish people.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that. And then
Pete from Pain Appendix, right?
Pete from
He did
Pain
that-
Appendix,
did that great.
he reached out to me
Yeah.
for a split,
Yeah.
and I found that very crazy. I was really like, what the fuck? I never take things for granted. If people ask me for offer me a tape release or a CD release, I never take that for granted. And I always said, "Oh, what the fuck? Why?" So when Pete reached out, it was also a mail, and we got good conversations going on. It was nice to work with him on the split. He got good ideas. He was also like positive critic about my tracks, and so that's really nice. And I really appreciate that kind of connection and people. The same a little bit with Vilho too, for the tape on I did for him. He was positive, and he was like, okay, but we were discussing the tracks and working how to work on it, and that's really nice. And I really appreciate that, because it was, like I said before, I never got that kind of people. Like the time in Finland, that was crazy. I can talk to people about Dave Gilden, or about how crazy it is to put a contact mic in a bucket. And we're like, oh yeah, and the Finnish people. It was the first time in my life that I can talk for a whole weekend about that kind of stuff. So it meant a lot for me. And still, and like today, that I really enjoy that, because it was something I didn't have for a long time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. I think that's always so amazing and meaningful, like those chances to really, just really spend time with the people who get exactly what you're obsessed with, because it's pretty rare.
It's rare, yeah, that's true, yeah. So it's rare, and it's very nice that you're on the same level, and that you understand each other and the aspects of it. And that it gives everything also like an extra push to record better, or or listen more to the records you have, and to enjoy it more. I think, it's an extra push.
Paul Watson from Blood.
Yeah.
He asked on Patreon if Kinderfreundlich is still active.
Yeah, I think so, because we never broke up or never said we stopped doing the project. And the last time we played was last year, because Jim asked us to play at the festival.
Who's the other member of that?
Free.
Oh, so,
from,
okay, okay.
All Shadows, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, and Jim asked us hey guys, do you think it's possible to play at the festival? Because the first harsh noise act that Jim saw was us in Utrecht once, years back, in the basement. And then we played the set, I think, for 4 minutes, and the table broke. It was not our fault. The table was broken after 4 or 5 minutes. And that was the first time. I didn't know Jim then at the time, but that was his first approach to harsh noise, or whatever it was then, Kinderfreundlich. So he asked us again. I asked Fred, do we gonna play at the festival? And Fred said, why not? So we got together again 2 weeks before the fest, which was awkward then, because it was a long time ago we did it together. And our minds were also like were different on sound and on approach than we did it Kinderfreundlich back in the day. But it worked out, and then I think we got good reactions in Leiden after we played. So I think we did a good job in a way. And then we played, and on Sunday too. The Saturday was the festival in Leiden. That was with Pain Appendix and Heat Signature, Cadaver. Sisto played too.
Yep.
And then the day after, the pain appendix and heat senator came to the pits, also with Cadaver, then with Moosehead too, and then with Misère, that's Jim and Sisto. And I was supposed to play with Vincent Dallas, but I was like, okay, we made the effort to play again with Ken Philippe. So I said to Frey, do you want to play tomorrow too, instead of me alone?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. And then we played again, then on Sunday. And I enjoyed that one more than on Leiden for myself.
Yeah.
Because I was more on ease or...
Yeah.
But both shows where, again, we got some good reaction. So it's not done, the project.
Cool, okay, good.
So maybe, Paul, you have to invite us.
Yeah, to the UK.
to the UK.
Yeah. Well, how do you prepare for a live set? Because I saw you play in Leiden once. We played it together. And you are absolutely crazy live. You really are so high energy and chaotic and violent, not in a really aggressive way, but you are just, your energy is just exploding out of you. You're being rough with your gear. You're flipping things on and off. You're throwing things. But at least in this set, the sound the entire time was right on. It was just like, you played for quite a while. It wasn't super short. It was
no,
15
true.
minutes, I would say, or something, maybe something like that. And it was just like the entire time just whipping wild. But you looked like you were just in a different zone. Like, I mean, you didn't look like you were just, kind of tweaking and listening. You were just punching and I kept thinking something is going to get unplugged any moment and it's all over, but it just kept going. How do you do that?
I don't know. Before a live set, I got an idea how to put my pedals and that and that, and I want get that out of it, of the whole thing. But I'm also like I'm a nervous guy inside. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Always nervous, always going on. I'm thinking now what's going on in 2 months,
Yeah.
So I'm very nervous, and also like coming out in front of people is that's not something I do every day. So, and definitely not with Vincent Dallas. So when I push play, I want everything of it. I want everything. I want to give everything, because it's no joke for me. It's it's pure and it's really what I love and what I try to achieve is that sound. I want to try to achieve a sound that set me made me happy, or how do you say it? That satisfies me, and I want to give it all. So and that means that I'm losing it. I'm because I'm there. I'm with the gear. I hear it and I want to give it all, and I want to push like I said. I want to push the gear and the red, and I want to sound. I want to feel it. I want to give it to the audience, but because that's also like I enjoy that too when I look at the art at the project and I feel it, even if it's like drony or like a star, for instance, live. That was very heavy, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So I want to give my 200% of it, and I want to smash and fuck it up. And I want to, and also, on the other hand, I want to make a proper sound. I want to make a proper sound line.
Does it ever happen that you try to give it this energy, and then the sound isn't doing what you want, or isn't sounding like you think it would, or something's fucked up?
Yeah, the last time in Leiden I played was good for a half, I think. I never statified after my set, but then in Leiden in the beginning I was not finding my the sound I wanted it to. I was not happy about it. And then I got a little vinyl player with me, and I put a metal sheet on it with the contact mic, and that was working, and so I was okay. And then I get into it. So it was half and a half. And also like in Total Black in Berlin, in the beginning it was also I was not finding my way. Maybe it was, I don't know, not loud enough for me, or I was not happy with about it. Yeah, it was. Afterwards I was pissed off, and I was so dead, and then because I gave everything, I was pissed. I was not happy. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it happened that I didn't find it right away, but then I know, I think I can say I know my gear, so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And if I didn't find it, I know, okay,
you know where to find it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you search. You keep searching.
Yeah.
That's a really important thing, and I think I've forgotten that sometimes, is that it's good to just take your time. Sometimes you start out, and sometimes you start out at the gate, and it's like, oh, it's not there, and then you start listening, you start feeling that.
Yeah.
It can be easy to then get really disappointed, and then let that energy bring you
down
and think, oh.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But it's nice to be okay. It's not there yet, and just take your time to build it and find it, and then build that intensity.
To build it, yeah, that's true, and it's something I have to learn during the years. Take your time.
Yeah.
And also not giving it away, so to speak.
Yep.
In the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
Because afterwards I'm like a little bit disappointed. It sounds good, and I wanted for myself 10 minutes more.
Yeah.
So I have to give it some time, and so I learn in a way to listen to what's going on, enjoy it, and to push it further and further, and then blast it and fuck things up because I love it.
Yeah.
That's then the basic then again, but yeah.
Dude, it was awesome when you played. That set was so good, and your wife was there and watching you, and she told me afterwards that she like cried.
Yeah.
From seeing you play.
Yeah, because I was like afterwards, and like during the years I'm very busy with it. And I was very busy to come out for the first time as Vincent Dallas, because the tape I put out myself got some good comments and people were enthusiastic about it, and I want to make sure that the live setting and the live thing was also on the same level. That's also important for me. I want to. You can have good records, but you have to make sure the live thing is on the same level, because that's people. I don't know. I expect that from an artist, that it's on the same level. Yeah. So I was very nervous, and I was the whole week I was checking out, and okay, that's working out, and that's good, and And yeah, I was working every day on it till the Saturday and then play. And then I think she got something like,
Yeah.
she was happy for me that it came out good and that people enjoy it and see how that it was Vincent Dallas and that it, yeah. So
You also see, I mean, you say you're nervous, but you seem to be a pretty laid back guy. But on the stage, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but on the stage when you performed, you were like really letting loose, and it seemed like a lot of emotions were coming out of you.
yeah,
Is that something she sees
yeah, I
often?
think so. Yeah,
She sees that at home
yeah,
often?
yeah. Oh, yeah, she knows me, of course, because
Yeah.
we're
But maybe that was, I mean, seeing, because to me that was intense to see, because I know I met you and we talked and you're very jolly and friendly and all that, but then you were really like unleashed, and you looked like
yeah.
you were maybe gonna cry, not cry, but you looked like you were just like really bringing a lot of
I
emotion
can, yeah,
out of you, and it was like a cathartic experience.
yeah, that's in a way it's like that because it's maybe I use it as a thing to let it all out.
Yeah,
Then it's okay. Now you can be an angry man about the things
yeah,
you think about, or you can push your frustration into the red, frustration about everything or whatever, or being fucking angry. And yeah, I think I use that
yeah,
Vincent Dallas thing as something to get buff.
yeah,
Yeah, because I try not I try not to be pissed off every day, or try not to get angry about how society is going on, or people, or neighbors, or whatever. I try not to give not my energy into that.
yeah.
But then when I'm recording or
It builds on
playing,
you though. You feel it
yes, yeah,
on your
yeah,
shoulders.
it's on my shoulder, and then it's very. Afterwards, I'm empty.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that there is something is like Vincent Dallas for me.
How do you feel like right after you perform?
I'm empty. I'm broken. I'm exhausted. I'm sweaty. I'm like
Yeah.
yeah. I need some minutes to steam off
Yeah.
because it's so it's so intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels also very intense. Like the weekend we did with Jim and Sisto, like Vincent Dallas, the Misère weekend. I remember after the gig in Malmo, I cut myself with some, well, nothing worse, it's just because of the sweat. There was a lot of blood on my hand, and but I was also like shaking, and I was empty. I was an empty barrel. I was, and they have to put me out together outside, give me some sugar, and I have to come back and take my energy back. I was so, because I give everything on that stage. And for 3 nights, I gave everything.
Does that feel good?
That feels very good, yeah. And also like, what the fuck? Why can you just make heavy sound and without breaking knobs or chain or cables or yeah. So, but it is how it is. I think I can change myself.
Yeah.
I'm happy, like I said before. I can listen and I can build it up. That's something I achieve during the years. So I'm happy for that because I love, if it sounds good, it's great to perform live because you can hear, and if it's a good sound system, you can really hear if you twist a knob. It's like oh fuck.
Yeah.
And that's really, I really enjoy that, and it also push you and your perform. Not that I'm thinking about how to perform or think about I'm going to stand like that or
Right.
but it push you.
Yeah.
It push you even more.
Yeah.
So it.
It's like the feeling of power in some way, like or control, like a different type of magical power.
Yeah,
like when you have this massive sound to stereo, and then when you feel that your manipulations and your thing are really are changing it in such a massive way. It's like having a magical spell. In your fingers.
Then you're like with your hand on the mixer, and you're like yes.
Yeah.
And then come on, and you can and then you can
Yeah.
That's it's a very good for the mental health, I think, and also for your state of mind. It works for me.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So
This festival that you guys did was really quite impressive. I mean, when I went to I think I went to the last one that ever happened,
yeah, but
and I kind of stumbled on it accidentally. Like I didn't know about it in years beforehand. I don't know where I heard about it, but all of a sudden I just saw, festival happening in Belgium, Kortrijk, a city I'd never heard of, and it was like Kakerlak,
Kakerlak, yeah.
Bizarre Uproar.
Yeah, neutral play too.
Did Neutral play that year?
Neutral play, no.
Well, Sophie.
Sophie played alone, or was it?
I don't think Dan was there. So Neutral is Dan and Sophie, right?
Yeah, I think they played.
Dan was
once.
not there that year at least.
Or
that I was
maybe
there.
maybe others the year before.
Yeah.
But they played.
Alter Flies played.
Alter Flies.
Alter Flies with the collab with
yeah, I'm not good at names.
Victor Ottoson.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a great like top quality lineup, and it was also in like a really nice, like professional venue.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you guys had some like institutional or city like support for it. Like this wasn't just pure DIY, right?
No. We started out the first time after we went to the No Fun Fest. We started out at an old strip club bar in town, and that was a very total DIY festival thing going on. After that, the city closed down that strip bar, and they broke it off for building apartments. And then we got the club reached their hands, and they said, if you want to continue with the festival, we can give you amount of a budget, and you can do whatever you want with it. We were like, really? I said, yeah, that's your budget, and you can organize it here at the venue. So that was very kind of the venue of them. So we get a decent amount of money, and it was possible to fly people over from Sweden and from Finland to play the fest. And we got the PA people from the venue, like the catering was also from the venue, and that worked out very well for some years. Because it was not easy for the people from the venue to make it happen, because it was not something they gain a lot of money with it.
Right.
So and that was sometimes a discussion with the club also, like okay guys, you can do it again, but you have to have a big name on it, or a big good lineup. We were like, that's a good lineup.
Yeah. But they wanted some to really bring a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's noise, and that's experimental. That's the niche.
Yeah.
You can't expect 400 people.
Right.
Or not then, back in the day, so it was not like that. Right. The most people we had one time was 110, or 70, 80 people. So so during the years it was still okay with the club, but I stopped doing it. It was because I think of me. I said, afraid I don't want to organize it anymore, because it also the changed a little bit with the club, the vibe and the atmosphere about the how much interest we're gonna ask, and how much people, and if they wanted to have bigger names, then we said we have to have a bigger budget, because the bigger names are in Japan, or in the States, but then it was not possible, and so it changed a little bit during the years, but no hard feelings, and it was very for the club. It was a very how do you say it? Open-minded, that they put two loving idiots in charge of the festival with the budget.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. I mean, it was really a professional venue. I mean, in the one I went to, like Bizarre Upper headlined, which is also pretty. I mean, that's a controversial band. They're a difficult band, and at that time, that was already after they had kind of had some public attention about their some of their imagery or other projects or whatever they do. What were some of the most interesting things that happened with organizing or bands behind the scenes during the festival over the years? Anything like?
Cool. I remember.
You can get part 2 of this interview with Dries of Vincent Dallas in video and audio form at patreon.com/whitecentipedeNoise. We're giving away 2 copies of the Vincent Dallas Sound Entertainment anti-record on Patreon with a special audio competition. Dries also shared an exclusive Vincent Dallas track created with source material from this anti-record. This is, of course, the same anti-record as seen in the episode of Noise Cribs with Dries that aired a couple weeks ago on WCN TV. Head over to patreon.com/whitecentipedeNoise to check out part 2 of this interview and all of the other exclusive bonus content.